Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I am coming to share with you my wrap up for the O.W.L.s, the O.W.L.s, which is the first portion of the magical readathon. I will put a link in the description below to the channel Book Roast so that if you are interested in what this readathon is all about, you can get that information there. I'm so excited. I did way better than I thought I was going to do, and yeah, I'm just going to share with you what I did. Now, as a refresher, I have my book bullet journal with me because every other time I've talked about this, I haven't had my book bullet journal, and my brain is not the brain that can hold on to a whole bunch of material and especially the material that's needed for here. So my career goal when I started out was to become an orologist. And for that, I needed to pass astronomy, divination, and history of magic. And then I participated in the seminar for Mer People Linguistics. And I needed to add herbology to my courses to pass for that. So, for history of magic, you had to read a book that was about witches or wizards, and I read Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. And all you have to do is complete a book to complete the course and pass that class. So this is the book that I picked for that. I do have a review of this up on my channel if you want to check that out. And then for herbology, because that is for a seminar, or was for a seminar, and not an actual required course for my orologist career, I could double up books. And so what I did for herbology and astronomy was to double up Mother of the Sea. And for herbology, it had to be a book that started with an M, or the title started with an M, and astronomy, a book that you read mostly or all of at night, right? Yes. So for that, I read Mother of the Sea by Zetta Elliott. That book was a short punch. That's the best way that I can describe it. There's an afterword by Zetta Elliott where she is sharing why she wrote the story as she did, and in that afterwards she lets us know that it's a middle grade novel, and good googly moogly, that is a middle grade short story, not really novel or novella. It's dark, y'all. It's a very dark story with a very bittersweet ending, and it's very atmospheric. It's 58 pages. Just read it because, whoa. Okay, for divination, and for orology, I said I had to pass astronomy, divination, and history of magic. So for divination, you had to read a book using like a random number generator and assign numbers to the books on your shelves. And the book that was selected for that was City of Dark Magic by Magnus Flight. I do have a review of this. I don't think I'm going to get that review up before this video goes up. So if not, it is on the way. But y'all, I love this book. So once I got to that point, there was 2 months left in April. No, 2 weeks left in the month of April. And so I said, I can add some books, and I still wanted to go light. So what I did was I went through the handbook and I looked at careers where, with the books that I had already read, I only would have to add 1 or 2 books to my TBR to add those careers. And I actually found 2 careers that I would be interested in that fit those categories. So I added the career of seer and mage of visual arts. And for seer, I had to add the subject ancient runes, which was to read a book with a heart on the cover or in the title. And for that, I picked up Giant Days, and it's by an entire there are a number of authors and contributors to this graphic novel series, and this is volume 10. So that gave me also the career of seer. And then I added Mage of Visual Arts, because the only subject I would have needed to add for that was charms, and for that you could read a book with a white cover. Now I had plenty of books that I could pick from on my bookshelves that would fit with this, but the one that I really wanted to read was A Time of Blood by John Gwynne. This 440 something page chunker, or 60 something page chunker. I think it's 463 pages. And I finished this during Dewey's 24-hour readathon. I actually read Giant Days during the Dewey's 24-hour readathon as well. I'm not going to give much of a review for this. This is the second book in a companion series that follows the descendants of the characters from John Gwynne's The Faithful and the Fallen series, which were 4 books. They're right in front of me. Malice, Valor, Ruin, and Wrath, which was phenomenal. The issue that I am having with this series, which is Of Blood and Bone, I was going to say A Time of Dread, that's the first book, is I don't like any of these characters. But no, not true. I do like some of the characters that we were introduced to in this book, and one of the characters, or 2 of the characters from the first novel in this new series. I don't like them, and not that I have to like the characters to enjoy the stories. I have said before, and I will say it again, John Gwynne can write a fight scene and you will keep me in a story for the swashbuckling and battle scenes themselves that have to do with sword fighting, but I get to also pay more attention to the progression of the story versus the progression of the characters, because I'm not so connected with these characters like I was connected with the characters in the Faithful and the Fallen series. I hate how some of these characters have taken the legacy of Corbin and Cywin and just shat on it. It makes me so mad. But as mad as I am with some of these characters, I am really looking forward to see how this series ends, because this one is just the trilogy, where the first one was 4 books. So for my owls, I have acquired the credentials to be an orologist, a seer, and a mage of visual arts. We will see, once the prompts for the newts are announced, which I choose to go with, because I already have the information for what the newts require, but the prompts are different each year. So yeah, we will see which career. I will probably still go with orologist or seer when it's all said and done. But yeah, that's my wrap up for the Magical Readathon. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good week, weekend, whenever you see this video. Peace out.